I'd like to begin by thanking you for coming out tonight. As you know, we're talking about an important and long-term problem that has impacted this community for many years. I'm joined by one of my co-hosts, City Council Deputy Majority Leader Leroy Comrie. The other co-host is U.S. Representative Gregory Meeks, and all of the elected officials in Southeast Queens are co-sponsors. This is a project, and I'll get into it a bit more in a few minutes, but it is a united coalition that is moving on this issue. And so what I'd like to do is let my co-host, Deputy Majority Leader Comrie, make a few opening remarks. Leroy?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your schedules to be here this evening. I know that you have specific ideas and specific concerns and complaints that you want to articulate, so we're going to try to move this along as quickly as possible. As you know, we have a unique situation in Southeast Queens. I don't really need to retell the whole thing, but the combination of having an aquifer and having traditionally not having the service of all of the sewers in place, but having an aquifer that is constantly pushing up because it is not being pumped. The Jamaica water system is not actively being pumped, that was taken over by the city in early 2000, has created this problem where we have water that's coming up and we don't have enough saturation because we don't have enough dirt for the water to saturate into. And we also have, because of the increased congestion in our area, the increased building, we don't have enough sewer systems to handle the capacity when we have a heavy rain. So we have a unique combination of problems in the area that has to be addressed, and we have to be vigilant and proactive about continuing to work on them.
Let me just say, this meeting is being co-sponsored by all of the elected officials in Southeast Queens. It is also being co-sponsored by the Southern Queens Residents Environmental Justice Committee, which is a coalition of most, if not all, of the major civic associations in the area. It's a coalition that includes the Clergy United for Community Empowerment, the Jamaica NAACP, and the residents in this area. And we have all come together because we've all recognized that we have a community-wide problem. And the fact that we've come together, I think, is why we're going to be talking about at least some progress in where we are today. This has been a problem that we've been dealing with for over 20 years. And many of us know how the flooding has been an issue in this community. I guess the current phase that we're in actually started just about 1 year ago today in this very room. And those of you who were here in the town hall that we had late May, early June, will recall we were talking to some of the people who are at this table right now. And we were very upset because one of the projects that we thought would provide solutions to our flooding, Station 6, had been interrupted, and we didn't know why. And so the questions we were asking were, why was Station 6 stopped, and what permanent solution did the city have for our flooding? And you'll recall that the answer basically was there was no permanent solution. They did not have a permanent solution. At that time, they were talking about bringing the Jamaica water supply wells, of which there are 69, they were talking about bringing them back online in 2018. In 2018, because at that time, there would be a need to shut down one of the water tunnels that brings water to New York, and they would need to replenish that supply. And so we were very angry at that point because we didn't have a solution. To their credit, they have listened. And I have to say, and I have to give credit especially to the Commissioner of DEP, Carter Strickland. He came out to our meetings, he heard our complaints, he saw the anger, and they have put forward a good faith effort to try to work with us to provide solutions. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to, we have here Mr. Rodney Rivera from New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, and he's going to talk about the Station 24 project. Mr. Rivera.
I was asked actually to speak upon a couple of issues, Station 24 being one of them. But mainly, some of you folks may be aware that a few months back, my agency, DEC, was coming through the neighborhood, knocking on doors, asking entry into the homes regarding vapor testing that was due to the West Side Corp site, which has been being cleaned and remediated over the past few years. So I just wanted to inform everybody that the results have come in. Letters to the homes who have allowed us in have been sent out by the Department of Health. The levels of anything that was originally seen there have been lowered to a level that we have no concern. The health department is pleased with the results that they found. So at this point, the remediation will continue ongoing, but we were happily pleased with the results that we got from the testing. What I would implore the crowd here, though, if anybody was part of that testing or was one of the homes that we knocked on the doors, this year we only were allowed into 7 homes. Originally, a few years back in 2007, when I believe this process began, it was 29 homes which we initially went into. The more access that we get, the better it is for us and the data we get back. So I would really ask that all of you, we understand it's an inconvenience, us coming into your home, going into your basements and doing this testing, but the more access we get, the better results, the better data that we can get back. So this is a process that will probably again happen this coming winter again. So if you or any of your neighbors or some of those homes or know them, please let them know that it's a benefit to the community for us to come in and do this testing. And as an overall, the West Side Corp site, the remediation has been going well. Cleanup is moving along at a better pace than we anticipated. So that's a good thing.